Hi, my name is Paul. I represent Villiera Wines. I'm going to be speaking to you today about the Villiera Tradition Brut. As the name implies, Villiera has a long-standing tradition of producing Method Cup Classique. It all began back in 1984 when the Villiera owner in Stellenbosch, Jeff traveled to France. He traveled widely in the Champagne region, as he was an avid Champagne fanatic. He formed a friendship. He met a Frenchman called Jean-Louis Denoir, who was actually a Champagne consultant and a Champagne producer in the region. They formed a friendship, and this friendship then led to Jeff beginning to produce a local version of Champagne, which today is known as Method Cup Classique. So hence the name Tradition. Jeff quickly began producing one of the best known and finest and most sort of widely loved varieties of local Champagne, or Method Cup Classique. The process of making Method Cup Classique is a very age-old process. It all began in the 1600s in France already, and this is still today essentially the same method that we use to create Method Cup Classique. The bubbles are created completely naturally. It all begins by harvesting your varieties. We in South Africa generally use the same grape varieties that they use in France for Champagne, and that is Chardonnay, Pinot Noir and Pinot Meunier. We give the grapes a very gentle press. This just gives off the very best juice, which is also known as cuvée in France. We then blend the varieties together, put it in the bottle, and then add the all-important second dose of yeast and a little bit of sugar. Once you put on a metal crown seal, the wine will then undergo a second fermentation, and this is really where the magic happens, because that creates all the bubbles in the bubbly. So once the process of secondary fermentation has occurred and you have the delicate bubble in the bubbly, we then actually leave the wine on the yeast sediment for about a year and a half. And that then creates all those lovely biscuit and brioche and baked bread characteristics that are so loved of Method Cup Classique and Champagne. The Chardonnay component of the base wine essentially lends the backbone and the finesse and the structure to the bubbly, and then the red grape varieties is what creates all the fruity characteristics. So the fruity flavors you get a lovely, if you were to taste this, it's sort of a lovely warm baked apple flavor. You get a little bit of, or quite a lot of red berry flavors actually. And then bubbly by nature has a very good zesty acidity, so it's crisp and light and refreshing. So that is the Villiera Tradition Brut, and those flavors are what makes it essentially one of South Africa's favorite Method Cup Classiques.